Folks, welcome to the penultimate race of the Bwoah Racing League at Abu Dhabi. I'm Sarthak, and alongside me, apart from Rudra, is a common name called out here in the commentators box, Gouts. What is up, my guy?
My man Sarthak, good to be back in the commentators box after a long time.
Yep. Unfortunate for not having Rudra, of course. But yeah,
definitely unfortunate.
He's watching this, so let's make sure we reference him to and fro many times today.
Definitely. So Rudra, if you are actually watching, know that you just cost Srivatsan and Sikka a race engineer for today.
Yeah, and we'll get into that as well. Apparently, Srivatsan came into the voice channel earlier and he mentioned how we're in for a super cool shock qualifying. So, any pep talk you told them you would like to share to the audience?
Yeah, so I did actually tell Srivatsan, I didn't tell him anything about quali, obviously, but that's up to him. But about the race, a lot of people were discussing strategies yesterday, and a lot of people were thinking of going on a soft, medium, soft strategy, which I thought was a very bad idea. And I suggested that Shivi do a soft, medium, medium, which after a simulation he tried and he realized that I was right. So I'm usually never wrong.
Hello?
And I.
So what's all update? So basically Harry Rock glitched out of the lobby and he couldn't select a gun. And Grihit is online as well, so we're just starting a new lobby.
Cool. Works.
It is working.
Alright. Okay. Looks like we will. That's good to hear though. One more driver who's Thunderbird will be joining us in the Renault. No longer in the Toro Rosso. Excited, Gertz, going into
the... He gets a final lap today.
Yeah, hopefully. He's got two more races, which is this one and the next one, to make that dream come true, where we renamed the post-race chat with the driver who set the fastest lap to the Thunder Lap chat. Yeah, let's find out. Thoughts on the Abu Dhabi track, Yas Marina circuit, Gertz?
So, the Abu Dhabi track is a track that nobody likes. To be honest, as a driver, I don't like it as well. I mean, it's an interesting track, but Sector 3 is a little pain because overtaking in Sector 3 is a little difficult. But otherwise, I think the track Sector 1 is pretty decent, and you have long DRS straights as well. So good straight line speed can help in this track for sure. Tire wear on this track is extremely high, so I think the drivers will really have to work on their strategies quite well and on saving their tires as well, which is what I was mentioning earlier. I was telling Shrivi how he should go for a soft medium medium instead of a soft medium soft or a soft or a medium soft soft. So yeah, let's see how it goes.
Yep. Seemed like the race was gonna seem a bit cloudy too, but I don't know if the same weather will pop up this time around, considering we are in a new lobby. But thoughts on rain at Abu Dhabi? I think it'll pan out to be interesting and frustrating for the drivers for sure. I mean, they're not a fan of the track, like we know.
So Abu Dhabi rain, it's not really something that ever happens.
Yeah.
Given that Abu Dhabi is, a desert. So it's definitely not gonna rain.
But that's the thing about that's the thing about this game. I remember back when we had the Monza race in Race to Zero Hour, there was rain at Monza.
Yeah, Monza, it has been known to rain in Monza even in real life. So that's no surprise. But Abu Dhabi is a desert and Bahrain is a desert as well.
Bahrain's
so rain in
out of topic, yeah.
True. So these tracks, if it rains in the game, then there's something seriously wrong with the game.
Yep.
But yeah, otherwise, rain in Abu Dhabi, I highly doubt it. But if it does actually rain, then it's gonna be surprising, and I'm 100% sure that nobody is prepared for this. And I also see in the lobby that weather has been set to custom,
Okay, so
which should it not be dynamic?
yeah, it should be. But what are these boys up to? We'll find out.
Somebody needs to tell KDB.
Yep.
Wow, okay. So, yeah, I have a feeling today's race is going to be a little exciting.
Yep.
Again, like you mentioned earlier, seeing that the title is already with Big Man Joe.
Mm-hmm.
The interest for the drivers on top isn't going to really be very high. And Big Man Joe has also seemed to have already changed his nationality. As you can see in the lobby,
Yep.
Big Man Joe now sports the Dutch flag.
Yep. I think he did sport the Dutch flag even back to the previous race he drove, which was in Circuit of the Americas. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was sporting the Dutch flag then too. So he's proud of that he's moved to Netherlands and he's racing from there. Pretty great. Disappointed though not to see him on the wheel, of course. And KDB just confirmed that it is set to custom because they're going with the weather conditions of the previous lobby, which is dry. So clearly my assumption was stupid to say the least, and it was just a bunch of clouds over the pit lane.
True. I think rain in Abu Dhabi is next to impossible.
Yep.
Because at least from my experience, I have never even once seen rain in Bahrain or Abu Dhabi. But I have actually seen rain in Baku. I'm not really sure if it rains in real life in Baku. I don't really know. But Abu Dhabi is a big no.
Either ways, shore qualifying will begin soon enough. We got two folks watching. Make sure you drop in the chat. Who do you think will come out on top? 11 drivers, if I'm not wrong, here today. And both the Red Bull drivers are out there as well. Mr. Vex, your old teammates there. Gouts?
Yeah, Mr. Vex doesn't have a win yet. And
Came so close.
he is my teammate.
Mm-hmm.
So I really hope he does win. Of course, shout out to the Red Bull boys as well, because I was their race engineer in the last race. And again, like I said before, Rudra, thanks to you, they've lost the race engineer.
So any bad result for the Red Bull boys here in the BRL today, it's on Rudra. Pretty much.
It's on Rudra. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Sikka's going to run to Rudra's house with a knife or a gun.
Okay.
So,
either way,
so let's hope.
Yep.
Let's hope there's a top 5 finish for both the Red Bulls today.
I was talking to him, talking to SV11 on a possible front row lockup, but we'll see what happens. Abu Dhabi, shore qualifying. 18 minutes for each driver to set a fast lap. Of course, they'll set several, and that will determine their grid spot for the race itself. And I cannot wait to get this going. And let's hope the rest of the drivers themselves are excited as well. 11 drivers out there. If my math checks out, right?
Yep.
Who do you think is going to come out on top, Gouts? Bold prediction.
I think this is something that's on everyone's minds, but I say pole position is Big Man Joe.
Okay.
Big Man Joe is consistent, he's clean, he's perfect for sim racing, obviously. He's got the skill. So pole position, I say it's gonna be Big Man Joe. On a track like this, especially a track that everyone hates. There's 13 drivers on the grid. Good to see 13 drivers on the grid.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, let's see what happens. This track is kind of a power-hungry track. So the Ferrari of Rusty Nish, I expect a good result from him today. And Freeze is also on track. Can expect a very good result from him as well. He's returning after a long time, I think.
Quite some time indeed.
Yep. So 13 drivers on the grid. That means if 3 drivers crash out or something, then everyone gets a point. But let's hope they don't.
Yep. And looks like one of the drivers are coming out. So we've got for the first time, I'm guessing it's the KDB. Yes, the Williams of KDB. And of course, the pit exit of Abu Dhabi. Something to look out for.
Oh, definitely. It's a beautiful, beautiful
like
track.
I think if my memory serves me right, I think back in 2018, seeing Kimi Raikkonen go out of that pit exit was nice. Was like obviously every car went out of the pit exit, but just looking at how Kimi Raikkonen went out was super cool. And that red Ferrari, of course. Both the Renault drivers out on track, both the Toro Rosso drivers and both the Red Bull drivers out there. Who do you think will come on top? Which team will be on top, folks? Drop in the chat. 16 and a half minutes to go for short qualifying.
Anything that
We lost you.
Kimi does is super.
Okay, I'm guessing you just said anything that Kimi Raikkonen does is superb. Okay. Seems like
Trying to slip.
Yep.
Yeah. Hello, Sarthak?
Yes, can hear you loud and
I
clear
think
now.
there's a bit of an audio issue on my side.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me just fix it for a second. I'll be back.
Cool. And onboard KDB on his out lap. The Williams drivers had a not so great Brazilian GP. It looks like he lost his rear there, KDB, on his out lap. Not something you see often.
Okay, I'm back.
Guides is back.
Is it clearer now?
Yes, much clearer.
Okay. So, like I was saying, the Red Bull boys have been discussing slipstreaming each other for quali this race. So, because it's a bit of a power-hungry track.
Okay.
And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what results it actually brings out, because they were saying it improves about 3/10 of their time. Oh, and Sitnik hits the wall there.
Yes, he does.
Painful.
Surprising to see the outlap being a little difficult, if that's the right term to use here, because we saw KDB losing a bit of his rear in one part of the track, sector 3 indeed. And it seemed like Sitnik had the same sector issue. Sector 3 goes yellow again. That's twice already. And looks like the car which is completely come to a standstill.
I'm assuming
It's the Toro Rosso?
no, everything seems to be moving fine on my screen.
Looks like freeze this time around.
But also, I think is back.
Losing you a lot there, Gouts. Let's stay on board. Let's stay close to the Red Bull boys. Seems like they'll be trying out a slipstream, but right now Mr. Wex Purple sector 1 and 2. Let's go. Pushing to the limit. He just might be the first driver to set a lap time here today. Gouts, if you can hear me, we can't hear you that much, buddy.
So yeah, I think there seems to be a bit of an issue with my audio.
But now it's loud and clear. KDB sets a lap time.
KDB has already set a lap. But 142 is not really a good lap time.
Mr. Wex will beat that, I'm sure. Yes, 137. Seems like we are having difficulties with Gouts, but of course his
like KD.
driver SC11 goes up the order. Red Bull Racing's 1 minute 37.595 SC11 right up there, Sitnik right up there as well, but not for long. UK comes across the line, puts himself third fastest. Sector 1, 2 and 3 go yellow, as I'm guessing it's a Ferrari or an Alfa Romeo. Nope, neither. On board sector 1 and 2 go yellow, driver slowing down. SV11 currently the fastest driver out there, Vex second fastest, UK third fastest, and awfully slow there on sector 2. In sector 2, take it all over the grass. 2.5 minutes to go in short qualifying. It looks like Mr. Vex has invalidated his lap, and Red Bull right behind him. stay on the Red Bull because I'm curious to see how they're going to pull off the slipstream during quali. And Gouts should be back.
Yes, hello?
Yes, what is up?
Okay, I think this should fix my audio issues. I think there seems to be some kind of issue with my laptop for the last few days. But anyway, getting back to the race.
Yeah.
Shrivi has already set the fastest lap. No surprise, he's been doing really well nowadays. I think KDB had a bit of a problem on this lap, which explains why he's 5 seconds behind Shrivi.
And Siknik went way wide there in sector 3. And
Siknik
goes into the pits.
Yeah. So I think the slipstreaming didn't really work a lot. Plus, there's a lot of dirty air in Abu Dhabi. So, like I said, Big Man Joe's already set the fastest lap.
Yes.
And he's 3/10 clear of, almost 4/10 clear of Shrivi.
Let's see what he can pull off going into the last 11 minutes of the session. Thunderbird Freeze and Rusty Nish along with Ghost Reaper X still yet to set a lap time. UK going wide there at the same part of the track Sick Nick did, and he dives into the pits in similar fashion of the Red Bull driver.
Has Rusty Nish not already set a lap time?
Not yet. He had mentioned that he's going to wait it out a bit, just for a while. He really wants to see what Big Man Joe does, but seems like he's left the session, so I'm guessing he's got issues on his side.
Definitely. There's probably something wrong. He was talking about electricity issues. So that's a possibility.
And Ghost
That's one issue Big Man Joe will never have. Or Freeze, seeing that they aren't in India anymore.
Of course. Ghost Reaper X, although not a competitor in the front, he is a driver who makes it across the finish line. He's been part of 3 races so far, if I'm not wrong, and he does come, like I mentioned before, from an iRacing background, so he's just trying to get used to this game, be at his best going into the next season of the BRL, where we'll possibly see him in a mighty position.
Definitely. I mean, to be honest, what he's doing in the Toro Rosso is pretty good. So, definitely an exciting prospect to watch out for next season. And like you've already mentioned, there's going to be a lot of changes next season. So I'm really hoping the audience and the number of drivers will always be, 15 plus, at least the number of drivers. And really looking forward to that season where I will also be returning as a driver. So any prospective team principals out there, please know I'm available.
Of course. SV11 did the same thing in the post-race chat, of course. And yeah, it's going to be interesting who the team principals will be.
Taking a page out of his book.
Big Man Joe is still the fastest out there with 9 minutes left into short qualifying. 4 drivers still haven't set their lap times yet.
I'm assuming it's because they've invalidated their lap times. Right now, I think Thunderbird is on a fast lap. He's on... No, he's not on a fast lap. I think Thunderbird's possibly on an out lap because...
Yes.
I'm not really sure what's happening here, but Freeze is on his out lap. Rusty Nish is still in the pits. I think he's having issues. Ghost Reaper X is in sector 2.
Yep. And Thunderbird
seems to be doing pretty decently.
Thunderbird has invalidated his lap.
Again, okay, that is pretty sad.
And
I think game seems to be glitching for me, so it's not giving me all the detail that it should be getting.
Freeze just started his fast lap. Sector 3 just went yellow. And looks like it is a racing point which came to a halt there. But he looks like he's good to go. Okay, seems like, is that KDB?
Williams.
Yep, Williams a KDB. KDB in sector 3, yes. Incredibly slow. I'm guessing
he's just giving way for the drivers behind.
Yeah, exactly. Either that or he overshot and just decided to take his time to return to the track.
KDB seems to be struggling a little bit today. I don't know why, the track or what it is, but right now he's just starting another fast lap. So because his lap, there he goes off again. there is something seriously wrong
he
with KDB
slides,
today.
lost his rear once again.
KDB seems to be having a bad day.
Yeah. The telemetry doesn't say anything about damage, but through sector 2 he goes. He's still on a fast lap.
Let's see what happens. Okay,
Yep.
he opens up his DRS. Okay, it's surprising. He seems to be having an off day, to be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the sadness that he didn't win the championship, because he was definitely right up there.
He was.
But the things he's done with that Williams
Oh.
is ridiculously good.
Yep, incredible. I mean, going back to Baku, the race in Baku, I remember Thor was there, his old teammate, and that guy was struggling on the main straight, trying to overtake another driver, even though, he had slipstream, he had DRS, everything you need to pull off an overtake on the Baku main straight, but just couldn't pull through. Whereas KDB eventually went on to win the race itself.
True. I mean,
Yeah.
KDB is amazing.
Yeah, and meanwhile, also, Guts, just to mention, because I don't think you got your eyeballs fixed on chat, Rudra says he's really happy that Guts could be my substitute for today.
Oh, thanks, Rudra. I'm happy too.
And Ratinish has come out for his outlap and possibly his first time out on track this entire session, and he's got just under 6 minutes to set a lap time, but UK just went fastest.
Faster. Oh, amazing. UK has been complaining about how much he hates his track all week, and now he's setting the fastest lap. Pretty good. And Rusty Nish, Harry Rocks Freeze, and Mr. Vex seem to be on different strategies altogether. They all seem to be starting on the mediums. So, if I'm not wrong, I'm assuming Rusty Nish would probably go for a medium soft. Or if he's bold enough, possibly even a medium hard. But that's a very unlikely scenario today. But yeah, it's a possibility. I'm not going to rule it out 100%.
Alright, we'll find out. It seemed like Ghost Reaper X had a bit of an issue in Sector 3. A lot of drivers getting caught off guard in Sector 3. But Rusty Nish, surprised to see he's not started a fast lap yet. He's still on his out lap. He'll be coming to Sector 3.
He's almost there. He's in Sector 3. So Rusty Nish will be starting his fast lap in 2 more corners. Excited to see what time he's going to bring up.
That says UK setting the fastest lap out of frustration.
Definitely.
Rastinish begins his fast lap. First fast lap of the session. Let's see how he does. He currently sits 13th fastest at the back of the pack on medium tires.
Yeah,
See if
he
we can
hasn't set a
go
lap
up.
time yet. So this is going to be exciting to see.
Vex retires from the session. Voluntary retirement is what I'm guessing, and yes, it is. They are in the pits.
Possibly. I don't think he can do better on his lap time.
He wants to,
So
he wants to stick with the medium tires.
definitely. Which is a good thing. I mean, to see an alternate strategy, it might be interesting. Although, like I said, in my opinion, the best strategy today would be a soft, medium. Tire wear is quite high in Abu Dhabi.
Okay. He's the driver. He's one of 2 drivers in the top 10 who are on mediums. The other driver being Hyrox 24, who's out on his out lap, and the other 2 drivers are KDB and Rusty Nish. So yeah, we saw a bunch of different strategies. A pair of different strategies in Brazil. We saw UK and KDB pushing the tires to the limit, the medium tires.
Oh, definitely.
We'll find out.
We
how
saw
it goes here.
Sika doing about 20 odd laps on the softs.
Sector 1, 2, 3, go yellow. Sector 3 comes Rusty Nish. He's in.
Yeah,
Seems
he
like-
seems to have made a mistake.
Yeah.
I think Rusty Nish is going to start on another fast
Another
lap.
lap, yeah, pretty much. And Big Man Joe on an out lap. Thunderbird on a fast lap going to Sector 2. And a super slow Toro Rosso of Williams in Sector 1. Definitely not the Williams. KDB's on a fast lap.
Yep, it's a Toro Rosso. I think it's Ghost Reaper, possibly giving way to Rusty Nish. No, it was accelerate.
Ah.
Yeah, still accelerate. I think. What is he doing? Oh, I think he seems to be out of fuel. Accelerate has an empty fuel tank.
Whoa, okay. Isn't that a first here in the Bwoah Racing League?
Wow, that's interesting.
He
I think
sits-
Accelerate has an empty fuel tank and now his car doesn't seem to be moving. Oh my god.
He sits third fastest, but it looks like Siknig has voluntarily retired from the session. He currently sits fourth fastest. I just wonder if his teammate, and yes, he does. SV11 goes third fastest. And I'm guessing if we just missed out on that slipstream you were talking about.
God, incident. Oh, that's painful. I think. Oof, Accelerate just got hit by one of the Renaults. I think it was Thunderbird. Oops. Yep, Thunderbird has a broken front wing. He just hit Accelerate from the back.
He missed it.
I think it's because Accelerate was out of fuel and I'm assuming his AI was driving. Thunderbird just crashed into Accelerate and now has a broken front wing. Very unfortunate.
For both drivers, of course.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, but Rasinesh comes across the final corner and across the line. I just wonder if does he have it? No, he doesn't, but puts himself.
P7.
Yep, he does. Medium tires right behind Mr. Vex, who's also on the mediums.
Pretty good. And Rastinish has done 2 laps on those tires. So he's obviously got slightly older tires and he's about 3/10 of Mr. Vex as well.
Okay, KDB going to sector 2. We've got Big Man Joe out on a fast lap himself.
Big Man Joe really eyeing that pole position there.
He's invalidated.
Not on a fast lap. Yeah,
He's invalidated.
lap.
Invalidated his lap. Do you think he can start another one? I don't think so. He's still in sector 2.
No time for Big Man Joe now. Who else is doing a lap though?
Rusty Nish is on a fast lap. UK is still fastest. Freeze goes second fastest.
Oh wow, Freeze going up there. Brilliant. Oh, he changed his tires from the mediums to the softs. So Freeze definitely trying out a different strategy
Yeah,
from
and
what he'd originally planned.
Rusty Nish just set purple sector in sector 2.
And Rusty Nish is on a mission. Wow. That pushes the Red Bull boys further below.
Yeah, Vix 356 is on a fast lap on a fresh set of softs, so I wonder where he'll come up at the end of this. KDB was on a fast lap, but I wonder if he's invalidated his lap. Right now, UK is still fastest, provisional pole position with UK. But I just wonder, Rusty Nish across the final corner and across the line, can he do it? Nope, goes third fastest.
P3 on the mediums. GG Rusty Nish, GG.
And with Vix 356 coming across sector 3.
On the softs, yes, he seems to be doing pretty well.
Last driver,
Let's
the
see if he can. Yeah, another 13 seconds.
only driver out there who can possibly take away that pole position from UK. This has been quite some time since we've seen UK take the race
Comes to
lead.
the final corner, and no, he will not go faster than he already is.
That means UK takes pole position in the Abu Dhabi GP of the Bwoah Racing League. Been a while,
Back on
UK.
top, boys.
Been a while. Been quite some time. Haas starting in front, and beside him is a Mercedes AMG car from Freeze right there, and Rasinesh puts himself right behind Freeze. We've seen quite the battles between them, of course.
No surprise seeing Freeze and Rusty Nish up there. Quite a bit of surprise seeing Big Man Joe not on pole,
I think,
but also a pleasant surprise seeing UK on pole.
I think that last lap which he ended up invalidating might have just put him off a bit. But yeah, the race will be interesting to say the least.
Definitely. I think here today it's all about the strategy. Even though it's a bit of a power hungry track, I think today it's all about the strategy because tire wear is going to be ridiculously high. So the driver, or rather the teams that come up with the best strategies, have the best chances of winning here today. and also keeping it clean. That's another very important thing. As you've already seen from the number of laps that have been invalidated in qualifying, it shows you how difficult it is to keep track limits in Abu Dhabi, especially in Sector 3. So that would be a major factor. I think penalties will be deciding a lot of positions today.
Alright, it's decided a lot of positions in the previous races as well. It decided our race winner at the Circuit of the Americas as well. Your teammate Mr. Wex came across the line first, but after post-race time penalties, the man dropped to P2.
Yep, was definitely not ideal for him.
Second
But at the
podium.
same time, that's how it is. Keep it clean and
Come out on top.
definitely.
Yeah. Looks like we are set to go. UK sorted out his setup. He'll be starting on pole position. A Haas on pole position. He really wants that constructors title in this season. I mean, they deserve it. Seto RC18
Definitely.
and UK, they've given it their all and they've stayed in the same team. Both of them race winners. Probably the only team to have both their drivers as race winners in the league.
Definitely.
Nonetheless, we're ready to go. The race, Abu Dhabi GP of the Bwoah Racing lead. We've got a Haas right in front and a Silver Arrow right behind, and we're off. And looks like what a start that is for the Renault. He almost got an overtake, and Big Man Joe's up into P3 already. Mercedes
takes
up
the
into
lead.
the race lead.
Reese takes the lead, and I have a feeling it's going to stick.
And Justinish is off. He's into the grass and he's dropping positions. Race starts have been horrible for the driver in red, and he is wheel to wheel with the
Srivatsan is
Renault.
already retired from the session. Oh, he's hit the wall. He's hit the wall. Srivatsan he's hit the wall.
Disappointing. SV11.
Srivatsan was looking for a win today, but looks like that's not possible.
And Rusty Nish has dropped down to P10. We've missed SV11's incident, but could you walk us through what happened if you got a larger glimpse of it, Gauds?
So I'm not extremely sure what happened, but from what we can see right now, I have a feeling Srivatsan and Rusty Nish had a bit of an incident. This, again, I'm not very sure of it. And Rusty and Srivatsan hit the barrier, hit the wall, and had to retire from the session. The poor guy didn't even make it through the first sector before he retired. I mean,
Pretty sure he's
now virtual
pretty
safety
bummed.
car, and Rusty Nish has dropped many positions. I cannot see any damage on his car. So here's to hoping that Rusty Nish doesn't have any damage, but it's sad to see how many he's dropped 7 positions. I mean, that's something we should have caught, but again, the race starts are always unpredictable like that.
And what is tough for Big Man Joe, he jumped, he got the jump real quick, and I'm guessing it was caused because of SV11
Rusty Nish dropping, yep.
And Rusty Nish dropping, yeah. UK didn't have the greatest of starts. I mean, probably something he expected considering he had a Mercedes alongside him, but Sick Nig seems to be dropping positions himself, and the race is resumed wheel to wheel with the Toro Rosso. Not the first time these two accelerate, and Sick Nig once again, but Sick Nig climbs up, and I'm guessing SV11 is with us here in the commentator's box.
Yo boys,
Yeah. What happened there, Srivatsan?
got taken out by my teammate.
By your teammate?
Yup. Interesting Rosberg Hamilton scenes over here.
Would you like to explain further?
Nothing much, there is nothing much to explain. I just got completely taken out.
Vixie56 making that move on Mr. Wex. Had the slipstream that he needed and gets the move done for P6. But yeah, you were looking forward to winning this race as SV11. So I'm pretty sure this is super disappointing. We thought you had an incident with Rusty Nish.
No, not at all. I just got taken out from nowhere by my teammate. But yeah, I almost had pole. I invalidated when I was 9 tenths up. So yeah, this is pretty disappointing for me.
Okay, hang in there. There's always the German GP left. So another race win is still on the cards.
Yep. Thank you, boys.
Yes. Thank you, SV11, for joining us. And Sector 3 goes yellow as Big Man Joe pulling off a brilliant move there from Freeze, unless Freeze had an incident, because he's dropped back to P3.
I don't think it was an incident. Probably a really good move by Big Man Joe, knowing how good Big Man Joe is on track. Again, really unfortunate there for Srivatsan. You could feel the pain in his voice.
Yeah. And in
So-
the chat, Rudra says Rusty Nish dropped so much also because he is on meds while the rest are on sauce. It was good eye. Commentator having that brilliant eye.
I think. I
Yup,
don't really
freeze.
think that would be a factor in lap 1.
Freeze has crashed. Freeze has crashed in sector 2.
Oh,
Yes,
and
sector
his
1.
front wing is badly damaged.
Yeah.
Freeze has a badly damaged front wing, and he has to wait an entire lap to pit, I think.
Yes.
Or where is he?
Entire lap.
Yeah, he's coming around.
No, an
Very
entire
sad.
lap. He's in sector 1, so. And he's gone off again. It's going to be a difficult lap for him. Surprised.
Oh, and a 10-second time penalty as well for Freeze.
Surprised there's no virtual safety car, all yellow flags, but Accelerate making that move on Sicknick. These two drivers going head to head for quite some time now.
Red Bull pace versus Toro Rosso pace, and on the straights, I think Red Bull's going to get him again. They go wheel to wheel once again, and Sika comes out on top.
Yep, Accelerate trying to hold on there, making sure he's on the gearbox of Sicknick just to be sure he makes the attack.
He takes a move.
Yes, he does, but Sicknick's not giving up yet. He is on the gearbox of that Toro Rosso. He's got the pace. Another move perhaps going to the next couple of corners.
Sika will have to be careful. I mean,
Yeah,
there
goes
he
wide.
goes off track. That's always a dangerous corner.
Goes wide, and behind Mr. Wex drops a position. He goes behind KDB. So Vix 356 and KDB now will fight out for position.
Definitely. What I'm more interested to see is the climb of Rusty Nish. I have a feeling Rusty Nish is determined to get a great result today, and I really think he's going to climb. I mean, I don't know what happened in the beginning, and I apologize. I didn't really hear what Srivatsan said either. So, what was that incident really about?
So his incident was with his teammate. His teammate took him out. And
Okay,
he didn't
that
want to
is
explain
unfortunate.
further. He didn't want to explain further, so we just let that be. But Rusty Nish almost had a moment there, almost went wide and off track, but kept it on
Yep.
track, of course.
I have a feeling this is going to be. I think the next lap by Rusty Nish is probably going to be a mega lap because right now he seems to be conserving his battery. Slowly releasing it on the straights as well.
I'm guessing Freeze
So-
had a disconnection because he's still in the pits.
Oh, he's coming out now. He's coming out now. Takes time to change the front wing.
And
I think the
KDB.
only thing that can save Freeze right now is a safety car.
And KDB has a slipstream in his DRF X356, wheel to wheel, Renault and Williams. And KDB comes out on top of that fight. Front left locks up and goes wide.
Goes wide and he gets a penalty for that.
X356 will be smiling about that.
I think, like I already mentioned before, penalties are going to be deciding this race. A lot of drivers have already accrued a lot of penalties with Freeze. Unfortunately, being at P12 and 31 seconds behind the car ahead, also has a 10-second time penalty. So, wow, it's going to be interesting to watch. UK though, comfortably in front, but probably not for long because Big Man Joe is not someone you take lightly.
Yeah, and Sicknick dives into the pits for a change of tires, I presume.
Possibly because
Meds.
softs don't really last long here.
Mediums are on. Ghost Reaper X currently running P11, and Freeze, who qualified P2, is running at the back of the pack, and we've already had a driver DNF, and Freeze goes wide in sector 3.
He's not having the best of days. He's dropped much further below now.
And it's the Haas and Alfa Romeo leading the pack. 6-second gap between Big Man Joe and Accelerate, and only a second gap between UK and Big Man Joe.
Oh, less than a second. I think Big Man Joe's gonna have DRS. Yeah, he does have
Yep.
DRS.
I guess
And
UK heads up because Big Man Joe will try to make a move. Didn't quite get it going to that corner, but will stay on the gearbox of the Haas.
definitely. I think it's gonna be an interesting next lap.
Goes
A
wide.
lot of positions gonna be traded between Big Man Joe and UK.
UK is still holding on to the race lead, and that gap has extended to a second. Big Man Joe going wide on each corner there.
Making mistakes. Cannot afford mistakes at a time like
It's
this.
gone
This
up
is
to.
when
It's gone up to 1.5 seconds, guys.
Yep. Big man Joe cannot make mistakes right now. I mean, this is the time he has to capitalize on taking that P1 position.
And I think Accelerate had a bit of a mess up because KDB up into P3 and Vex, Renault, Ferrari, they're all getting into the mix now. They're all within a second of each other.
And Accelerate dives into the pits. He seems to be, I think Accelerate is going to be undercutting the ones in front of him. Good strategy by Accelerate. If he can really make up for this.
And Vex holding on to that P5 position. He's got a Ferrari, Rusty Nish, hungry for positions. Vex went off the track.
They
and
go
went
wheel
over
to
the
wheel.
curbs.
And Rusty Nish takes position. What a move, what a brilliant.
Yeah, but did you see that part, Gouts, where Mr. Vex, the rear of his car basically jumped off the ground because of a curb on that part of the track?
Yes, was difficult to watch, painful to watch.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
But Rusty Nish making that climb, wow.
And I'm guessing that happened to Rusty Nish as well earlier on of the race, and considering there's only 6 laps done, your prediction of Rusty Nish's climb is turning out to be true.
Yep. He's not someone who takes this lightly. I mean, the last few races he's had really bad luck in the opening laps, usually because of an incident with someone else. But he's really made really good climbs. I think today he's going to get a really good position. Plus, he's on a different strategy as well. He's one of the only people here with. A lot of people here have the mediums right now.
Yeah, it's the drivers on softs who are a handful, 4 drivers, and one of them is leading the race, and the other is in the back of the pack.
I also think both of them are going to pit this lap.
And dives into the pits. Vix 356. Both the front runners stay out.
Okay, so I think it's another lap then. Interesting. I'd like to see Big Man Joe undercut UK. It could help. I don't really know what they're trying here, but I'm pretty sure that they're losing grip right about now, as evidenced by Big Man Joe's lap. We saw him struggling. So the softs don't really last long here.
And listen to that engine roar as Vixie 56 comes out of the pits in Abu Dhabi. Gotta love that pit exit.
Comes out on the softs. Wow.
Yeah. Vixie 56 out on the sauce. Red side of sauce. I wonder.
Accelerate's got him to worry about with the mediums. So yeah, I think Vix 356 definitely has the edge over Accelerate for now.
And the largest gap out on track is between Big Man Joe and KDB, almost 9 seconds. And the shortest one, of course, smallest gap, is Rusty Nish and KDB.
Smallest gap? Yep, seems to be Vix and Accelerate.
Yep, he is taking those softs straight to work, isn't he?
And has DRS and slipstream on Accelerate.
That gap went from a second to half a second within a blink of an eye.
Brilliant stuff. And Big Man Joe is falling back, which means he's losing a lot of grip on his tires. I think if Big Man Joe doesn't pit anytime soon, it's going to prove costly. He's losing a lot of time. UK, on the other hand, seems to be doing really well with their softs.
Yeah, both set of tires of the same age.
Yep. So, I mean, UK is also on a lower battery level, and Big Man Joe is on the same battery level, but yeah, I mean, both of them don't really seem to be pushing too much right now, and like I said, could prove costly for Big Man Joe.
I think UK had a bit of a moment where he went a bit wide there in Sector 2, in the entrance to Sector 2. Nonetheless, still holding the race lead, the Haas driver, UK.
Yes. And I think Vix 356 will have DRS in the next straight. Coming into the next straight, does he have DRS? And they take the turn.
56 on a nice set of softs there.
No DRS for him. But the Renault straight line speed definitely better than the Toro Rossos. I think. No, yeah, he has made up 3/10 on that straight. So he seems to be losing a lot of time in the corners. Accelerate is a lot faster in the corners.
Let's not forget, Accelerate. It was the driver until last weekend who took the fight, the driver's title fight to Big Man Joe. There's no short of expertise on track.
True, and Vix 356 gets a lot closer now with DRS in the last straight. And Sicknik is also within a second. The yellow flag in sector 3.
Yeah, UK.
Looks like a Haas.
Yeah, I think in the pit entrance they had an issue. I'm pretty sure they had an issue going into the pits because it said that way.
Big Man Joe has taken the lead now.
It was either the pit entrance or in the final corner, and it's a wing change for the Haas.
Change. So yes, definitely an incident for UK at the pit entry. Gonna prove costly, very costly.
Listen to the Alfa Romeo that just came out, and now we're gonna listen to the Haas coming out of the pits.
Definitely, and Rusty Nish making that steady climb. P2, and he will have DRS. And slipstream.
Thunderbird,
Not
3
going to
second
be
time
hard,
penalty.
overtaking that Williams.
Yeah, Ferrari power.
Beautiful.
Rusty Nish takes the race lead of the Abu Dhabi GP. What a race this is turning out to be.
Back on top.
Back on top. KDB not letting go without a fight, but the realistic performance,
KDB
Williams.
has DRS on this straight.
Can he make it work though?
No, looks like Ferrari power proves way too much.
Oh, there was contact. Almost. KDB pushing to the limit. Doesn't want to go down without a fight. Thunderbird losing position to Big Man Joe, who's out there on a fresh set of medium. So you can imagine how quick Big Man Joe is out there. Hyrox 24 losing a spot to Sicknig as well.
It's ideal for Big Man Joe to get back on top because keeping away from the dirty air is ideal in Abu Dhabi. Tire wear is already very high. And the fact that, Thunderbird goes wide. The fact that dirty air also contributes to tire wear is pretty sickening. So I think Rusty Nish is the only one with clean air in front of him right now.
Accelerate.
Everybody else. And have you noticed, Sarthak, how much Freeze has actually climbed? How much time he's actually made up?
Yep, he had almost 20-second gap. That's what he had last time, I remember.
Yeah, last I remember I saw 43-second gap. So this is amazing.
Yeah, wheel to wheel that also on Racing Point on the main straight, and across the first turn, Accelerate will have that position.
Three-way battle. I think the Renault will come out on top. Hopefully. I mean, let's see what happens. He's got DRS.
Yeah, but seems like Hyrox 24 fending him off. There was contact there between the Renault and Racing Point. Vix 356 looking at a car he was driving earlier on in the season, and now he's fighting.
Definitely losing out on all that straight line speed. Pretty sad. But UK very tight on the tail. Two cars have DRS here.
Yeah, meanwhile Big Man Joe made the stride right in front, but this battle turning out to be one to watch out for. The Renault on the sauce, pulling off a brilliant overtake.
On the Racing Point. Brilliant stuff. Which still leaves UK in the dust behind.
He should.
But UK has DRS, so does the Racing Point, so not a big advantage.
I just wonder if he can pull out. Does he dive down the inside? No. He holds out. Yes, he does. He does at the very last moment, but don't think he has it. Yes, he does. Racing Point.
He does.
Hyrox 24. A bit of a fumble. UK up into P8.
Falling behind, Hyrox falling behind. Not ideal for him.
And now
but then again, he's on old mediums, so.
He's lost it. He's lost it. Almost takes out KDB in the process. Almost. But I'm pretty sure both drivers are happy that didn't happen. KDB saw that and tried to steer away, staying clear of Hyrox 24.
That was a good save. Thank God he didn't ruin KDB's race.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Mr.
But
Wex
he also
pits.
saved himself. No wing damage. Mr. Wex making a late pit stop. And wing damage as well. So with that pumpkin head as a helmet.
UK fancying his chances alongside Vix 356, who's on the softs. It's a proper battle wheel to wheel, but Vix 356 fends off UK pretty darn well.
Good defensive driving by Vix 356.
KDB trying to get into that fight as well.
And UK will have DRS. He does have DRS. So does KDB.
In front, accelerate, trying a move on Thunderbird. Toro Rosso suffering there on the main straight, but down the inside of that corner, could he possibly fight for position with his old teammate? They're really good friends. What a team they were, and right now they're fighting each other.
He has DRS. He's getting close. He pulls away.
He's trying desperately to accelerate.
He has the inside line and he pulls off that move. Perfect.
Ooh,
and he moves behind as well. The Renault Red Bull. Oh my god.
And behind, and he spun. He spun. Big 356 has spun. UK as well. Disaster.
Oh my goodness.
That looked like a five-way battle, in my opinion, Gouts.
UK is going to be very, very, very upset.
Disappointing for the Haas driver and the Renault driver. I think the Red Bull was in the mix there. I'm pretty sure they just might put the blame on Sick Nick, but I don't think they will. KDB right now up into P6, and Big Man Joe takes the race lead.
Also, Rustin is going for a really bold move here, going for the hards. So medium hard strategy. I think Rastinish wants to take these tires to the end of the race.
Coming out the
hard
pits.
Tires for Rastinish. It's going to be very interesting to watch.
Yeah, Williams and KDB closing in on Sick Nick in the Red Bull.
Sick Nick on 7 lap old mediums. Okay, yeah, he did pit pretty early.
Bit of contact there.
But KDB should have
the gearbox. Wheel to wheel.
Yep, KDB does have DRS. KDB is in front.
3-second time penalty for Mr. Wex. Can he fend off the Red Bull? KDB gets sector 1 and 2 go yellow.
Oh, there's a bit of contact again. KDB goes a little wide, but keeps his position. So KDB makes that stick.
For now, Vixie 5-6 closing in on Rusty Nish.
Freeze with another 10-second time penalty.
Disaster for Freeze.
He's got over 15 seconds in time penalties now. No, sorry, 25 seconds in time penalties now.
He's trying his best though, even though at the back of the pack he's giving it his all on those offs in that Mercedes AMG.
I won't be surprised if he retires.
Disappointing
Possibly
race.
in this lap. Maybe he's a little discouraged.
For the drivers who started in the front row, this race is turning out to be a super disappointing one.
Except of course for Mr. Big Man Joe.
He started on the second row, so I guess the second row is where the charm's at today.
Definitely. And KDB as well, what a climb he's had. I mean, he started P9, P7. UK setting the new fastest lap.
So he's on a climb of his own. He's on mediums. Surprised how Vix is not saying quick lap times, but I figure it's because he's on 6 lap old sauce. So I'm guessing he's diving into the pits sometime soon for a change of tires.
Definitely. He might want to switch to the mediums. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Vix 356 is going to use these tires for another 3, maybe 4 laps. Because you'd require about maybe 12-13 laps for the mediums to stay really good.
Rusty Nish steering clear, making sure Vix 356 doesn't have the slipstream that he needs to make the move. I think there was contact there. I saw a bit of Vix 356 front left coming contact of Rusty Nish's right rear.
But that Ferrari power is just everything. I mean, it gives him the edge over every other car on track. And UK and Vix 356 battling it out. Both cars spun earlier. Both will have DRS. I think if Rastinish pulls away from Vix 356, then UK will come out on top because of DRS.
Getting on board UK, of course. Vix 356 ahead, trying to take the fight to Rusty Nish. And he's got a competitor right behind.
Oh, this is
real close.
Battle.
Real close to the wall there, UK.
And all 3 cars make it through the final corner of this lap.
Main straight.
So something to look out for in the DRS straight this time.
Yep. And across
UK
the first one.
is heavily close, very close.
Yep.
And yes, he seems to be saving a lot of battery, so I expect UK to release all his energy on the DRS straight. Thunderbird setting a Thunderlap.
Okay, now that is news. Looks like he overshot. He missed his braking point. UK went over the grass, but he got the position.
And makes the move, makes it stick. And no, they're switching again.
Yeah.
But both cars have DRS. This is going to be interesting.
He got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting as well after that.
UK getting close. Ferrari power versus Renault power.
Wheel to wheel. Around the outside, can UK get it done? Down the inside,
UK
still alongside each other.
Again. Both will have DRS again. Wow. This is amazing. This is brilliant.
Staying on the tail of the Haas. Trying his best. 3-second time penalty for KDB, who's up in P3. Been a while since he's been on the podium.
Been a while. That Williams power doesn't help in any way.
And seems like
Mercedes
he fancies a move on accelerate, but I think we just might have missed someone having an incident. Sector 1, 2, 3 go yellow, and I wonder if it was UK.
Possibly he's dropped another position,
Yeah.
and he's quite far below.
3-second time penalty for Sick Nig.
Sickney's also gotten quite a lot of penalties today.
Accelerate
Lot
making
of
sure.
penalties. I think except for Big Man Joe and Accelerate, everybody on track has a penalty.
KDB still within half a second of accelerate.
KDB juicing that Williams. Oh, he will have DRS on the next straight.
Yeah.
Wow, very close.
Yeah,
KDB versus Accelerate is the duel everyone wants to see all the time.
Yeah, I figured he'll try around the outside, but he's got slipstream, he's got everything he needs. Wheel to wheel, Toro Rosso and Williams, and the Williams will come out on top.
Comfortably makes it to P2.
Meanwhile, while we were going on about battles on track, Mr. Big Man Joe is in a comfortable lead. 15-16 second gap right now to KDB.
I think this race is probably Big Man Joe's. I mean, it's too early to tell, anything can happen. But knowing Big Man Joe, he's like Lewis Hamilton on the track. He doesn't make mistakes.
UK closing in, trying his luck one more time with Vic 356. Wheel to wheel going into the corner. Once again, these two drivers are not giving up.
This is perfect. Brilliant dueling this.
And
once again, going around the corner. UK has the inside line. Next corner. So he will keep position. But Mr. Vix is not going to go down without a fight. Sorry, Vix 356, my bad.
But speaking of Mr. Wex, this might actually play into his hands. We might see a three-way battle going into the next couple of turns.
Definitely. McLaren is really closing in.
Mr. Wex in P8, and looks like Rusty Nish gets a position as Sicknick pits.
Sick Nick will be going on to the mediums. Yes, as predicted, the Red Bulls are going on the soft medium strategy. Well, the Red Bull for now.
Wix 356 pits as well.
And Wix 356 on a fresh set of mediums now.
Thunderbird, the Renault in front for now. Big Man Joe holds on to that race lead. I'm sure
KDB is picking up the pace though. He's made up almost. No, he's still the same time behind.
I'm sure he's possibly the driver to lead the most laps of a race here in the league this season. Don't think
Big Man Joe?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, possibly. Yeah.
I mean, 5-time race winner, and if he gets this one, which only time will tell, with so many laps still left, 12 laps still yet to go.
He's setting the fastest lap on track. He does have a fresh set of mediums, so Thunder lap to freeze. Come on, Thunderbird, I still want you to get the Thunder lap.
Yeah. Because shortest gap on track looks like it's between UK and Mr. Wex.
Yeah, 2.1 seconds. But yeah, what seems to have happened, okay, UK needs to pick up the pace now, needs to catch up with Rusty Nish, who's on the hard, but I think Rusty Nish has Rusty Nish is on a good strategy here. If he can actually pull the hards till the end of the race, And if he can actually pick up the pace, I think Rusty Nish is on a really good strategy.
Accelerate makes a pit stop.
Accelerate gets a fresh set of mediums, which gives Rusty Nish another position.
And Vex gets a position himself as well. UK up the order. 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits for Harry Rocks 24. And sector 3 goes yellow.
Harry Rocks is stopped on track, but okay. He was possibly giving room to the car behind him.
He resumes racing.
X. I think Harry Rocks has also had a few unfortunate races. The last few races have been quite bad. He's diving into the pits. I think he's going to retire. I'm not sure. But I think Harry Rocks might actually retire.
We'll find out in just a sec. Yes.
Yep, he did retire. So, yeah.
Second retirement of the session of the race. We lost SV11 in the first lap, going into the first corner in fact. And now we lost iRox 24 after 17 laps. Disappointing, but still one of the drivers will stay out of the points. And I just wonder who that might be.
Yep. Big Man George is coming across the line again, the start line. And there seems to be some kind of incident in sector 1 and 2, but I don't really see what it is.
Yeah, and
Yellow
the
flag.
gap between Sickning and Thunderbird is within a second.
Oh yes, gonna be interesting. That Red Bull power definitely greater than the Renault power.
Moving on there. Sickning on a fresh set of mediums, Thunderbird on 5-lap old softs. The only driver out on track with the soft tyres.
And probably looking for another Thunder lap. I wouldn't be surprised.
Possibly, but right now he's got a real quick car behind him to worry about. Sickning holding on the tail.
Sicknig is going to make a move anytime soon. Plus he will have DRS on the next straight, which is coming up very soon.
Car number 14,
And
Sickning.
UK has also caught up very quickly to Rusty Nish, and he does have DRS. UK has DRS.
Oh, there was contact between Renault and Red Bull here, and Sickning just might have messed it up for himself. 3-second time penalty for Freeze to add on to his already accumulated, I don't know how many time penalties.
True.
And UK,
Okay, again, close battle, UK and Rusty Nish.
And-
But no more DRS for him.
yeah, but UK went wide there and off track.
Yep. Sicknig though still will have DRS. Where are they? Yeah, Sicknig will have DRS, which means there is still an opportunity for him to get track position here. Should feed off the slipstream. I don't know what he's doing, but okay, a little late braking.
And now that's the race engineer goats going, what is wrong with you, man? Sickning.
Yeah. I mean, the idea there was to feed off the slipstream a little bit, and then maybe make a move. But okay.
Thunderbird goes wide.
And-
Thunderbird goes wide.
And Sicknig gets position.
Thunderbird not his
on
day.
old softs. 6-lap softs are very hard to drive on.
I'm guessing he's going to dive into the pits or probably go another lap. What do you reckon?
I think he'll do another lap or two. And nope, he's diving into the pits. A little late decision.
Yep, as his teammate gets that position from him. Quick 56 up into P8.
So Sarthak, what do you say? You think he's going to go on the softs? Thunderbird?
Possibly, and yes, he just did. Yeah, he
Oh,
wants.
no,
He
went on the
wants it.
mediums.
No? Oh,
Yeah,
okay, my
Thunderbird's on the
bad.
mediums.
My
And
bad.
so is everyone else on track. So let's see, his ERS is on 0, okay, 2. Okay, so let me call it lap 22. By lap 22, Thunderbird will retake his Thunder lap.
Okay.
A prediction I want to make because his ERS right now is on 0. So he's going to be saving battery this entire lap and he's going to release everything the next lap.
But no
So my
matter.
prediction
Uh-huh.
is that Thunderbird is going to take the Thunder lap back from Freeze.
Okay. Quite the prediction. But I still have a feeling we're gonna see more than just that happen in the next 9 laps. 8 laps now, as Big Man Joe starts his 20th lap.
Sarthak, I think I seem to be having audio issues again. Give me a second, please.
No worries. And UK within a second of Rusty Nish. Not the first time around. While we all watching, make sure you go into the link in the description as UK loses the rear of his car on the main straight. So the link in the description is for driver of the day. So make sure you vote for the driver of the day. Who do you think deserves that one at the Abu Dhabi GP of the Bwoah Racing League? That's Nish on the hards in P3. He's got a 10-second gap to close in on KDB. KDB is still running in a podium position, still in P2. You know, that speaks a lot to why he was in the driver's title fight in a realistic performance. Williams, I mean, pushing that car to the limit. He's a 2-time race winner in the Bwoah Racing League this season, and he's right between Big Man Joe and Rusty Nish. And yes, Gouts, we hear you crystal clear.
Yeah, and I think I heard you talk about driver of the day.
Yeah.
So as of this moment, my driver of the day is Rusty Nish.
For sure, that climb, what a climb it's been. And I don't think it's just done yet.
Not yet, but precisely why I said for now.
Yeah.
Because UK is also competitor for driver of the day, in my opinion.
The horse running P4 started in pole position. Could have been a good race. I mean, it has been so far. But again, like I said, 7 laps to go. The race ain't done until it's done.
Yeah, and he seems to be conserving his battery as well. Quite a lot. Let me Rusty Nish. Okay, not so much.
Dives into the pits, UK.
What is UK trying to do?
3-second time penalty.
It's not ideal.
3-second time penalty after multiple warnings for UK. And what set of tires will you come out on? Is KDB pits as well for a set of softs. UK and KDB with similar strategies once again, just like in Brazil, but this time around both of them pit at the same time.
This is going to be interesting to watch.
7 laps to go. Big Man Joe's gap to Rusty Nish is only 7 seconds, just over 7 seconds. 7.5 now. 3-second time penalty for KDB after multiple warnings. Thunderbird gets a 3-second time penalty himself.
Poor Thunderbird. My prediction doesn't seem to be coming to life though. Thunderbird is not taking that Thunder lap. Why are you doing this to me, Mr. Thunderbird?
There's still time. 7 laps. 7 laps
yes,
to
but
go.
now his tires are a little more worn out than they were 2 laps ago. So, looks like Freeze will take that Thunder lap. Some kind of consolation though, because I mean, he's had a terrible race. Didn't Freeze start on the front row? He was in P2, yeah?
Yes, he did. Absolute horrible race for him.
Disaster for Freeze.
Yeah.
Disaster.
I wonder if he had a connection issue. It did seem like it.
Possibly.
Yeah.
And Rusty Nish making strides. 9 lap old hards. I say he finishes the tires on the hards. Because there can be no other reason for choosing those tires in the first place.
Meanwhile, Big Man Joe pit, which we didn't quite catch until now at least. Big Man Joe on a fresh set of softs. Mr. Wex, your teammate, just went into the pits, Scouts.
Oh yes, he did. I think he'll be coming out on softs as well. Yeah, he's coming out on softs.
A bunch of drivers out on softs. The only driver out on hards, Mr. Rusty Nish. And KDB fancies a move on accelerate.
I think the only one here on the right strategy is Siknik. And a battle for P3.
Thunderbird retired from the session. Wheel to wheel, Williams and Toro Rosso once again, and the Williams comes out on top in that fight. Fresh set of softs, working its magic with a realistic performance. Williams
pulling away really fast. KDB. Mercedes versus Honda Power.
Ghost Reaper X dives into the pits. Driver in the points, and like I predicted, it wasn't done just quite yet. None of the drivers will be finishing today without points, as there are only 10 cars out. And KDB and Accelerate going wheel to wheel, and I think Accelerate had an incident went off. Yep, and his front wing
incident. He braked really late,
and his front wing isn't looking great. I mean, it looks fine, but it looked quite horrible while going over the curbs.
Possibly, yeah. But he that was really late braking there, so he had to do everything possible to avoid KDB.
KDB.
It would have been a painful incident, to be honest, for both drivers, because they got good position, and Rusty Nish, man, I mean, starting somewhere in front and then dropping so many positions with wing damage and then coming back out on top, no safety car, nothing. Brilliant. And UK sets the thunder lap
on 2-lap old softs. Mr. Wex, I wonder, will go at it for the thunder lap himself.
Is Mr. Wex setting purple sectors? No, Mr. Vex will probably try doing that in the next lap, because right now he's saving his battery. So Mr. Vex is on mode 0, ERS mode 0. UK very close, he's got DRS, 2 Vix 356, again between these two. And UK takes the inside line.
Oh, contact! Oh my god. Vix 356 will be yelling there. He is yelling, I'm sure. What are you doing, UK?
DRS again. He has DRS again. And slipstream. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? He goes on the outside this time.
Outside.
Which is a smart move because he'll have the... Okay, never mind.
Nope. Couldn't quite keep it.
to overtake there.
These two have gone at it today.
Oh yes. Continuous position switching between the two of them.
3-second time penalty for Vix 356 as he goes off
Running
track.
wide. UK on his tail. UK is putting the pressure on Vix 356.
Up wheel to wheel.
And a bit of Vix 356 wing flying out as well. He's got wing damage.
Yep.
Vix has wing damage.
He
UK
stays out.
That move easy.
Tries to take the fight. They still have slipstream DRS or Vix 356 down the inside. Possibly no. He holds back.
No. Vix 356 with wing damage there. I don't think he's going to be able to do much now.
Yep. He's lost his end plate.
I think that happened during the duel with the UK.
I'm sure it did. Moving up the order,
KDB and Rusty Nish.
I reckon there's a fight for P2 and with KDB breathing down his throat, so to speak, Big Man Joe's lead will stick with 4 laps to go.
Oh, Big Man Joe. What a race you had, man. Brilliant stuff.
I was about to say, we might just end up seeing a new 5-time race winner who is Rusty Nish. New 5-time? 4-time. 4-time race winner. Yeah, Rusty Nish would have been a 4-time race winner, and there is huge contact there between the Williams and the Ferrari, and that just might have messed it up for Rusty Nish. Wheel to wheel.
Oh yes, but there's still wheel to wheel. Rusty Nish has wing damage as well.
What a shunt that was.
Yes, has wing damage.
What a shunt that was.
Rusty Nish also had incidents in the previous race.
Rusty Nish's rear wing is split into 2. Unless there's a glitch on my computer.
No, that's how the wing is actually designed. So
okay. My bad.
So yeah, this is looking interesting, but Rusty Nish's front wing is broken. He does have wing damage. Cannot see KDB's front wing though, from this angle. No, KDB seems to be fine. He will have DRS in the next straight. So it's going to be interesting now to see how Rusty Nish defends from this.
Yep.
KDB with DRS, but no, Ferrari power. Power dude. Oh,
just might. I wonder. He's got everything he needs, Williams. Can he get it done, KDB?
I wonder what KDB is doing with his battery. I think in the next straight, KDB is going to release his battery.
Okay.
Yeah, like I predicted,
issue.
KDB is on a higher battery level.
Yeah, and Rusty Nish has an issue. Is
little glitch plus DRS, but I think KDB would have made that move there anyway, because Rusty Nish was on mode 5 in the previous straight, and KDB was now on mode 5, which means he had time to save battery and make that move. So And also, I would not be surprised if Rastinish is struggling on 13 lap old hards.
For sure, 13 lap old hearts, my god, and 20-second gap between Big Man Joe and KDB. And also, Gouts, let me explain myself for that rear wing statement. Over a particular curb, I think, as Rusty Nish loses a bit of his rear, I saw the rear wing shake quite a bit, so I figured it actually got damaged after that horrible shunt by KDB.
Yeah, definitely understandable. Definitely understandable.
KDB trying P2 and accelerate on the mediums, holds on to P4. Siknik on the mediums, holding on to P6.
It's getting a little dull now. No more fights. I mean, I was loving it when it was all within a second.
2 laps to go. And the Alfa Romeo driver.
Mr.
In
Vex
front.
climbing on Siknik. Making huge strides here, Mr. Vex. He will have DRS in the next straight. Now this I want to see.
On the tail of Siknig.
He has slipstream and now he has DRS as well. Rear wing is open, goes very quickly, wheel to wheel, passes Siknig and comfortably makes the move stick. Comfortably. Siknig back down to P7, not a good race for him.
Yeah. I mean, maybe they're gonna hit me up after the race and say, "You monster! You took away our race engineer and spoilt the freaking day for us."
Well, I did ask for their permission. And they did say, "Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead."
But we all know what they're gonna do to me next time around if I ask them to let you join me here in the commentators box.
Yeah, not going to be a pretty scene, huh?
Yeah. No one bit. Siknig running P7 and has the shortest gap on track to another car. Penultimate lap has begun.
Mr. Vex, who just overtook him, obviously.
Penultimate lap has begun and the race leader is entering sector 2. Big Man Joe. The driver who's won the title this season.
With 2 races to spare. I mean, that speaks volumes about the guy.
And he had missed 2 races up until that point.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah. 3-second time penalty for Rusty Nish. KDB, regardless of the time penalties he's gathered or accumulated till now, I'm pretty sure he will have the P2 position.
Yes, possibly. Plus, Rusty Nish is on old mediums as well.
Hards.
Sorry, hards. Apologies. He's on old hards as well. So he won't be making up time to KDB. But it's going to be interesting to see how much Accelerate can actually catch up to Rusty Nish, if he can. Because Ferrari power again. So Ferrari versus Toro Rosso is going to be interesting, given Accelerate skill.
Yes, the most laps led by this driver as he comes across the final corner to begin the final lap of the Abu Dhabi GP of the Bwoah Racing League. Big Man
too
Joe.
Easy for Big Man Joe this race. All he had to do was race without any mistakes and watch the other drivers around him self-destruct. Freeze retaking the thunder lap, making full use of his Mercedes power.
Big Man Joe. I don't even know what to say. 6-time winner he's gonna be if he crosses the finish line after this lap. We've seen
More like
catastrophes.
Big Man Hamilton.
Yeah. Of course, we've seen catastrophes going into the final corner in the final lap. We had a bit of a moment with KDB, I'm presuming, in one of the races.
Last lap battle between Accelerate and Rusty Nish. The distance is too close for comfort right now to Rusty Nish. And Accelerate will have DRS on the straight. He will have DRS. Rusty Nish is pulling away though very quickly. Accelerate has DRS but no use. No, Ferrari power dude. He's just pulling away.
For now.
But Accelerate will have DRS again on the next straight. And he'll unleash his ERS as well. Yes, he has. I'm not surprised that Rusty Nish is also running the highest DRS mode.
And Big Man Joe going through sector 3. Ooh, super late braking there by Accelerate.
Super late.
Yeah.
He had to try something. He had to. Oh, but then again, like I said, we've already discussed this. Penalties are going to make today's race.
I gotta stop you there because across the final corner and across the finish line for the 6th time, a winner here in the Bwoah Racing League, Big Man Joe. Driver won the
GG, Big Man Joe. GG.
He won the driver's title in the league and he ended up winning another race.
Across the final corner, and KDB takes P2 in the Williams. Brilliant race by him.
And a super close
stuff.
race to the final corner. Rusty Nish across the line. Will he have P3?
And yes, he will have P3. Now Accelerate comes across the line. UK drops positions because of time penalties. Mr. Wex in P5. Sicknig coming across the line. P8. Okay, so Wix 356 had the better race penalty wise. Ghost Reaper X, the final driver on track.
Yep, he's coming across through sector 3, but what a race this turned out to be. 6 times he's won a race here in the BRL. Big Man Joe, he's won the title, he's won 6 races, but still one more race to go.
Legend.
Absolutely
I wouldn't
incredible.
be surprised if Big Man Joe Instagrams this and says #blessed like his idol Lewis Hamilton.
What a race it turned out to be. Everyone gave their maximum effort. Unfortunate for SV11, but across the line, the final driver of the pack, Ghost Reaper X, comes across the line. P9 for him, his best race result till date. Brilliant stuff.
Not bad. I feel like he could do better.
Yeah,
But
next
then again,
season.
the Toro Rosso is not an easy challenge to
And
drive.
that's why the equal performance characteristic of next season is gonna throw everything into a spin or into good things possibly. But for the
it's
6th
gonna be
time,
interesting.
for the 6th time, number 6 for 6.
Mr. Big Man Joe back
K-
on top.
KDB,
With the Dutch flag this time.
yeah, and KDB on the podium, as well as Rusty Nish. Brilliant effort by Rusty Nish as well.
Like I said, my driver of the day, Rusty Nish.
I wonder, Big Man Joe, 0 penalties in terms of time penalties. Yep, none.
Oh, clean. He's
Ghost
kept it
Reaper.
clean.
Okay, watch this. Ghost Reaper X didn't get a single penalty either. So kudos to him as well.
Clean racing. KDB surprisingly with 9 seconds there.
7 time penalties for Thunderbird.
And Freeze has had it bad. 29 seconds. Freeze has had it really bad. 29
Regardless.
seconds.
That was the penultimate race of the Bwoah Racing League. And the German GP gods will be reaching out. We'll be reaching out to
Germany.
every driver to make sure he's on track. So could we possibly see you out on track?
No. Although I am in Germany in real life right now. I will not be on track.
Possibly we coerce Rudra to go out on track for the German GP in the
That would
McLaren.
be fun to watch.
In the
That would
McLaren.
be fun to watch.
Yeah.
And I might also, depends on how the commentator situation is in the next race. I may also be race engineer for the Red Bull boys again.
Oh, I'm pretty sure SC11's gonna want you to be their race engineer going into the next race. Either way,
Definitely, unless of course my duties are necessary in the combats. So
brilliant stuff. Nonetheless, 6 times race winner, Big Man Joe, KDB on the podium, P2, and Rusty Nish, P3. For the post-race chat, make sure you tune into our YouTube channel once again tomorrow. Until then, for the 4 of y'all who stayed till the very end, thank you very much. Cheers, Guts. Have a good time.
cheers, Sarthak. Looking forward to next time.